Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 2, Episode 11 of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, titled The Midnight Zone. So, we start off with Cassidy Williams, basically giving the inside scoop of the inner workings of, Crystal Cove, basically debunking all the, mysteries or whatever that the mayor and, everybody has used to publicize the town, get tourists there. And honestly, she kind of sounds as like a damn conspiracy theorist. Next, she's going to be telling us the earth is flat and shit like that, and it's just funny as hell. Like, from an outside perspective, she does seem like a weird, wacko conspiracy theorist, especially considering she was just a regular radio station playing music and shit. So, she's attacked by this robot, and she dismantles it, because she's awesome like that. But it has a self-destruct button or whatever. And it destroys her place. Sheriff comes in and is like, well, faulty wiring. Yep, that's what it is. Because that's what Cassidy says. And he's like, yep, that's what it is. He and the mayor go along with the business. Meanwhile, another robot comes around. What we learn is like 6. And she destroys it with a fucking shotgun. So she explains what's kind of going on to the kids and says that she's changed. They can ask her anything and she'll tell them. They immediately ask what's her deal with mystery, and she's like, that's complicated. You can't answer that one. It's like in Harry Potter where Dumbledore in the first book, at the end of the first book, Dumbledore says, Harry, you can ask me anything. And I think Harry asks him, why did Voldemort attack me when I was a baby? Alas, the first thing you ask is one thing I cannot say. Only difference is Dumbledore really doesn't want to give the cards away just yet, and also Harry's 11, so he doesn't want to give the whole scoop, but like in this one, it's just like, Cassie's kind of too scared to say, yeah, me and Mr. E, we were lovers. So they figure out, due to a snail, that the robots are from, like, underwater, so Daphne gets these 2 kids she babysits who are super smart and have a submarine and a seal named Scooby. So they travel down and they find the lost missionary city. Also, the tension between Fred and Daphne is still very much there. So they investigate the lost missionary city. And they're attacked. And they eventually make their way to this the sub is kind of fucked up, so they land on this like platform, underground platform or whatever, which is definitely not shitty as shit. Where they find out this is their Robot Central. They eventually get into a chase with the robots. Also, there's this floating head I forgot to mention. This old lady basically wanted them not to go there. They find the old lady's corpse and they recognize her. And they recognize her as the woman from the Burlington Mystery Group. And Velma realizes, them, plus the original Mystery Incorporated, plus, the Darrow group, which Cassidy put on her thing, makes her think that it's happened before. Lets her put the pieces together, and she says, it's happened before. Then Pericles comes out and says he was looking for the missionaries because they had one of the prismatic discs. So he manages to escape with that particular disc and blows it sky high, but also I'm pretty sure the mystery team has damn near all of the others. Like, I think this is the only 1 or 2 he has. So, like, good for you that you finally got one, Pericles. So they rush to escape, but of course, plot convenience. The only way to escape is if somebody stays back and holds the lever down, and Cassidy volunteers to do that. As she's going down, Daphne asks her. So Cassidy gave her advice about Daphne and Fred. And she Daphne realizes that she wasn't really talking about Daphne and Fred. She was talking about her and Mr. E. So it ends with them mourning her because the Scooby Seal comes up with her broken helmet. Yikes. So they really went there. I really enjoyed this episode. Also, it mentions that Pericles met the corpse woman when she was still alive in the 1930s. How old is Professor Pericles? Because, you know, this show came out in like 2012 or something like that. And I'm imagining it takes place in that exact time. Like, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it's definitely nowhere near. Either way, no matter what you do, Pericles is old as shit. So, I really enjoyed this episode. It was kind of fast-paced, but it was very... It worked with this episode for it to be fast-paced. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I love that this one was definitely very much plot-heavy. This wasn't a filler episode. 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.